and welcome back to Tuesday Talk. Today we're going to do some more thrift flips. We're going to do some quick flips. What we're working with are things that you might find in your own home, in boxes in the basement, or at yard sales, but these are old trophies. So if they don't mean anything to the people that actually won them and they're at a yard sale, then they're probably not going to mean anything to anyone. So why not repurpose them, because they're on nice pieces of wood. So here's somebody that won, a guy that won first place, just male first place, didn't have his name on it or anything. So it really wasn't special. But so then these smaller ones have things that are really just glued on there. So we ought to be able to get rid of those pretty easily. And then these ones, the sneakers on here are actually on here with a bolt. So we're going to work on getting that off. These might be cute to keep for a piece of furniture for a boy's room, because there's two of them here. They might be really cute. So that might be something that could be changed into a drawer pull, or just kind of positioned on the outsides of the furniture or something. Who knows? Anyway, that's the only thing that I really want to keep from it. Again, these ones can just be pulled off. So let's get busy. So these first ones are engraved. These plates are engraved. So I might be able to get the plate off, or I can just fill it. So I'm going to get some pliers and see how difficult it might be to pull those off. So there's nothing on the back. So I am going to risk ruining the whole thing, because what I can do is just use some Dixie mud and just fill in the engraving. So that was my original thought, but I'm going to try to take it off of one of them and then maybe sacrifice that. It's not coming off easily, so let's just do my original idea, and I'm just going to use some Dixie mud and just fill it in real lightly. It's not going to take much, just kind of a skim coat just to fill that in, and the rest we can do with paint, because I'm actually going to use transfers on these, so you won't see it, but I hate to take the chance that it's going to show up or get pushed through the transfer, so I definitely want to fill them. And this is such a skim coat that it's not going to take long at all to dry. I can actually probably wipe most of that off because it's going to stay in the engraved part. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these, and then I will do that. So I'm just taking this thing called a thingamajig from Dixie Belle, and I'm just using the flat end of it, and I am just scraping over. You know what? I think this one is more of a raised thing than an engraved. So this one we're going to set aside a minute. I am going to put the excess of this mud in the container. That one's interesting. I'm not exactly sure how to go about that. We might just trash that one, or try to get that plate off. Maybe that's what we'll do. So I'm just taking off the excess, and the mud should just stay in those little holes and fill it up. I just want such a small skim coat on here. So that should do it for that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. This thingamajig tool is great for spreading paint or anything that you want to to do that with, like move some product around. So okay, so now I have some pliers, and I'm going to try to remove the shoes here. This might not be the right set of pliers here. So what we'll work on is the plates. We'll try to, I'm using a putty knife, just trying to get under the glue on these plates and remove it without damaging the wood underneath. I actually did some of these a while back and put them on the channel, so they were fun little flips too. This one might be fun to save too. And holding on to the little shoe, and hopefully we can get this bolt removed. Yay, it came off. And that's cool because we actually could use this for a handle for a drawer pull. So I'm going to put that nut back on there. Now we're going to clean these. Oh, I guess I have to put some mud on that, but get it cleaned. And now we also have to use a little sandpaper on this. There's some residue from the glue. We don't have to be too painstakingly perfect with it because we are going to be using transfers on them. So I'm going to get some mud on these. Fill that little hole. Another thing we could have done with these, we could have left the shoes on, and you could have done it like my favorite runner or something. Like my daughter-in-law's a runner, so that would have been perfect for her, like a cute little gift. My favorite runner, whatever. So something like that. This one's gonna need a little loving. So a rinse on that one. I'm just gonna do a little sanding on that. Not really going to spray it, just going to kind of wet or run the rag over it. You know, these two are the same size, so we might be able to do something, like I said, really cool with these. Going to ephemeral put transfers on them. We can the be a packet ones. There's some larger images in here, and then some smaller images. I've used a lot of them. I may have to open a new one. You know, this was from the on these with some paint willow one, so that might be really just adorable on there. Look and see what else we have for some of the larger ones. Now I also have, I'm just trying to use up some scraps. I also have the brocante, so I have this lovely lady in there too. Okay, so everything's dry, and now we're going to start rubbing some transfers on. So let's start with this medium-sized one.
We can always do the
And
French
I have
country
to be
thing.
mindful of the hanger placement
Yeah,
in the
there's
back.
our lovely
I'm
lady.
going to put it on upside down.
We can
So
put
it
her
on this way,
one.
and we'll put our lovely lady on here. Peel the backing off. And I do want to be a little strategic with my placement because I took off some of those stickers, and this, my friends, is a perfect fit. So I'm going to go ahead and rub that transfer down. I love this transfer. I think she's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to cut one of these out and see how we feel about the size.
How cute is
On
that?
it. And it's not even done yet. We're going to do some distressing on them. These are just perfect little seed packets. Now we're going to take those smaller ones, and I think we'll be fine
do a little
size-wise
on there.
So I'm going to select another one of those. This one's so pretty. Those grid lines are really helpful to make sure that they're aligned with the sides and everything, that they're not crooked or anything. Now I kind of went off the side of my transfer and I pulled some paint off, and that's okay. We're going with distressed, so we'll just play up some more distressed. That's okay. Let's put the ones we have done up there. I'll try to be more careful this time, but if someone were to buy them as a pair, then maybe we'd want them both to be distressed. So I just scraped a little intentionally off the side of that one. We'll do a little on the bottom, and this is peeling up beautifully. The color that I've used is Weeping Willow from Dixie Belle, which is a really pretty green. We all know that green is having a moment in the design world, so there's that. And let's see, I think we had a nice little bird. We're going to want to seal these too, which we can put on one of these. Make sure whatever we do that they stay. Yeah, that one's just perfect. These transfers apply so easily. I mean, literally, it just takes minutes to do this. How cute is that? I think we'll make it fit. Now I have myself wondering, yeah. I just want to make sure I put them the right side up. So we have a large one. Let's see if that'll fit. I think we can make this fit. The big frame that we have it off the sheet now. That's what's great about these grid lines, is you can see through, so you know where you're placing the transfer. Now that goes off the bottom a little bit, so we'll just place it strategically, and it's okay. It'll go over that ledge. Oh my, this is so pretty on this Weeping Willow color. So here's where it's kind of tiered, so we're just going to make sure that we get along all those little ledges in there. And along the side, same thing. while I'm rubbing this transfer, I'm going to tell you that I have
pulling
some
up some
exciting
page on
changes
this.
in
I'm
my
gonna
business
try.
coming
It's
real
not too bad.
soon that I
Not
can't
too
wait to
bad.
share with you.
It was where
It's a little
I
too
had rubbed all
soon
that
to do so, but I'm really
the
excited
mud,
about
and I don't think
a
I
lot
let
of
it dry
things that are
very
coming
well.
up. So stick with me and grow with me. Isn't that pretty? I love it. We're going to be doing some waxing on these too, or some glaze, something to give it, before we seal it, just to give it a little bit of age. I might even just dress it with the sandpaper.
And
So not
my
100%
stick,
sure
there
yet.
it is, right in
but
front of me. They're
I love
clear.
these.
So
Okay, we have one left, and it's a medium-sized one. So let me get
this is
in
coming off
here and
super
look and see
easy.
what we have. You can tell when you get that little bubble in there. Okay, so I hung one upside down. Yes, I did. So that's not gonna work. So what I'll do is I'll just put an extra hanger on this. It's no big deal. Okay, so I have a little sanding sponge here. Now remember, this is kind of like a plastic on top, and the outside edge is the wood. So I'm only going to sand on the very outside edge to bring back a little bit of the wood. And I'm going to do that on a few of them here. So this one was all wood, so we can go ahead and sand a little more freely on this one. And of course sand our transfers as well. That just makes them look like they're not a little halo. Love, love it. And this is the one that we got a little carried away with, so we got a little aggressive, kind of make it match and get a lot carried away here to make it believable. Sometimes those, little whoopsies end up being happy accidents because they lead you to other design decisions that you might not have made otherwise. At least that's the way I feel about it. Okay, and then the last one we have here is this one, and here's where we kind of had a little mistake with the the mud that was underneath that wasn't quite dry. So I'm just going to go around the edges like we did the other ones, and then we're going to come in with some wax, and we'll just make all that look intentional. Okay, so what we're going to do is use Easy Peasy Spray Wax. You probably saw me use this many times, and I used it on Saturday's video, and we're just going to go ahead and spray these all. This will seal, and it'll also give us something to float our colored wax on, because we're going to use some brown wax on these as well. So we have that. So we're just going to rub it in a little bit. These are so cute. Okay, so now we're going to take this Essential Stencil brush. I just got these and I really like them. I like them a lot for waxing details. So this is brown wax, and it's my lumpy brown wax. one of these days I'll get a new one opened up, but for now it certainly works fine. So I'm going to go along the edges here. Dropped a little wax on there. That's okay. We're going all along the edges. Kind of over the whole thing a little bit because we just want it to look old. And we're going to kind of do the same thing with all of them. I may have to come back in with some paint on this one because I went down to that plastic part. So my favorite tool, I'm just going to use my finger here where I went through. I'm going to do the same thing there because sometimes that is a cool look as well because it looks like someone painted over it or something wore off. So we're just going to kind of go with it that way. Just touch it up like that a little bit. And Dixie Belle wax is water-based, so is the paint. So it's not going to hurt a thing if I just go along here and wax it as well. Voila. Okay, we're almost done with these. I'm going to hit this one up a little bit. Corners are good places to concentrate a lot of your wax when you're trying to give it a distressed look, because that's naturally where things wear and get fingerprints and all that stuff. That looks genuinely old. And granted, we're using the same color for all of these, but pretty sure we're not going to have the same client buy all of them. But if they do, wouldn't that make a great grouping? Or at least the floral ones and the French one and the lady. I think they all. So I hope you'll consider joining. We'll see soon because you'll be channel membership them all grouped together in the end. It's only 99 cents a month to join. I'm really and you can help me decide what we do here on Tuesday Talk. I was kind of crunched for time, so I just kind of went ahead and did my thing. But usually I ask the channel members. We have a special Facebook page that you can belong to, and you can give me your ideas and let me know if there's something you want to see me do. So I'm going to go all over this just because of this voided area up here, which is okay. You don't have to have everything all covered. But we're just going to do that. And I love the way this guy turned out too. So cute. All right, well, stay tuned and you'll see this whole gallery collection all at once. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Visit us at lavintagedecor.company. On Instagram, we're LaVintage Decor, and on Facebook, we're LaVintage Decor Altoona. Stay well.